Middle school basketball is off to a start this week. We'll tell you when and where a meeting is taking place in the sports report later, along with the score for Friday night's football game. Plus, we'll share with you about the Oktoberfest celebration some of our elementary classes held last week. All that and more just ahead on Patriots Today. I'm Riley Branson.
And I'm Raina Harmon. So Riley, October is almost over and I hear some of our students were celebrating last week.
That's right, Raina. Students from Mrs. Lauren's first grade class and Miss Weiler's fourth grade class came together last Thursday to celebrate Oktoberfest in the elementary cafeteria. The two classes are buddy classes and come together for fun activities regularly. The kids learned about history and the harvest celebration. Specifically, they learned that Frankfurters are from Frankfurt, Germany, where Mrs. Lauren's family is from. The students chose their favorite hot dog toppings from a selection of ketchup, mustard, chili, and sauerkraut. The big buddies voted predominantly for ketchup, while their little buddies selected mustard.
The Patriot Press, the Mouth School newspaper, is looking for some creative writing from students to share in the upcoming issue. If you got a short story, essay, or poem that you're proud of, stop by the Patriot Productions class next to the high school office and drop off a copy. The deadline is tomorrow, so don't wait. The next issue is expected to come out the first week of November.
A new anti-bullying club is forming on campus. They're holding a meeting this Wednesday in Mrs. Weinald's room on the middle school campus at 3:45 p.m. The club is open to all students from the 4th to the 12th grade as well as staff. Key Club is meeting at lunch, and don't forget they're selling boo grams to the whole school for 50 cents. You can purchase them in Mrs. Sessions or Miss Weiler's room, and they will be delivered on Halloween. Key Club is also holding a bingo night for elementary students on Wednesday, October 30th, while more details as the date gets closer. Finally, there will be a leadership meeting for the Interact Club this Friday from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. in Mrs. Cool's room. Remember, that's leaders only. Sports is up next, but first, here's Today in History.
In 1891, Broadway star Fanny Brice was born in Newark, New Jersey. In 1940, the United States began its first peacetime military draft. The Beach Boys' debut album Surfin' Safari was released in 1962.
It's time for sports, so Dan will let us here to give us the latest. Dan?
Thank you, Raina. We got a couple of stories for you today, so let's get to it. Up first, the high school football team traveled across the Phoenix to Apache Junction Friday night to face the Patriots High School Wolfpack. The Wolves are undefeated front runners in the 2A conference, and the 3A Patriots were unable to topple the distinction. Our team put up a good fight, scoring 12 points in the first half, but were unable to hold off the Wolfpack and lost the game 44-18. Fortunately, the game was out of conference, so it had no effect on the playoff rankings. The Patriots return to Firebird Field this Friday at 7 p.m. for their last game of the season against the undefeated NFL Academy Eagles. The playoffs will follow within a week of the Patriots, and the Patriots will enter the postseason ranked third in the 3A conference. They will most likely draw a first-round matchup against the Heritage Heroes. Middle school basketball is getting underway. The boys' team will be coached this year by Mr. Lolovich, and he's holding an informational meeting tomorrow for everyone interested in playing. Any boys grades 6 through 8 should attend. Tryouts were originally scheduled for this week, but they've been moved to next week. No word yet on plans for middle school girls, but we'll let you know as soon as possible. And speaking of basketball, the annual Elks Hoop Shoot has been rescheduled to next Tuesday, November 5th. The free throw competition is open to students from ages 8 to 13 and will spread across 3 age groups. And that's going to do it for sports. I'm Dan Willett, and thanks for watching.
All right, thank you, Dan. We've got more news coming up right after today's lunch menu.
And we're back with a few more stories from our community, and the world we live in. The 20,000 residents of Fort Mohave, Mohave Valley are planning a park for their community, and thanks to the generosity of an anonymous donor, they are one step closer. A $250,000 donation was given through a local law firm to go toward the construction of the new park, which will be located on Boundary Cone Road near Mohave Valley Junior High School. The Mohave Valley Fort Mohave Community Park Community recently held a groundbreaking ceremony for Phase 1 and Phase 2 on the park's construction. which includes sports fields for soccer, football, softball, and baseball. In addition, they are planning the design for a dog park, playground, food court, and much more. In addition to the recent donation, the Legacy Foundation has supplied a $300,000 grant. The American Youth Soccer Organization added another $10,000, and several $1,000s more have come from the local groups. The Mohave County government has pledged another $250,000 for building the Phase 3.
It looks like technology has come to the rescue again. That is, if you're a government looking for new ways to tax citizens and pay for road repairs. Federal and state government officials are pushing to mandate the installation of so-called black boxes into vehicles that will track the miles driven and then issue a tax bill based on distance. The nation's highway trust fund is currently funded by a gas tax of 18.5 cents per gallon that hasn't increased in 20 years. Now, with the high cost of fuel, it's unlikely that any additional tax dollars will come out of gasoline. That's why officials are pushing for a tax based on miles driven instead. Several states are testing the idea now, but a full rollout is still a long time down the road.
A legally blind fourth grade student from Canada is seeing more than ever thanks to a new high-tech pair of glasses. The East Side computerized glasses use a high-definition camera to capture and redisplay images up close for Emma Rose Gibson, the girl from Ottawa. She is unable to see more than a few inches in front of her, which is right where the glasses display the pictures. The eyewear has allowed her to participate in the classroom like never before and given her incredible mobility. At the cost of $10,000, the specs are pretty spendy, but it's hard to put a price on eyesight.
And that does it for today, but before we go, here's your word of the day.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Before you go, we want to let you know that Thursday is Orange and Black Day. So if you want to get out wearing a school shirt, pay $1 to a student council member and get a bracelet that allows you to wear orange and black for Halloween.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.